What up guys and girls listening to this is Rihapega. So a lot of you saw my r/ProRevenge video and I decided to make something similar but different. So today's video is gonna be about r/NuclearRevenge. So without further ado, let's check it out. Bully my little brother and get assaulted in your home. So this happened in the 80s when my dad was in his 20s and this was before he was married. He has a brother who is 10 years younger than him that we will call Adam. So in Adam's class there was this bully who we'll call Clint. Clint was a real piece of bullying everyone, especially Adam. Usually verbal harassment but many times physical too. Clint and his bully friends liked to beat Adam up and trash his clothes. My dad took it upon him to confront Clint about it, so one day after school he met him with his friends. Clint's friends luckily listened to my dad's stern word and threats of informing their parents and school principal about this, but of course Clint didn't. He proceeded to call my dad names and lots of curse words. So here is where it all started. Dad walked up close to him and leaned up to his face and said in a low voice, "You are acting very tough now, but you better watch yourself because I'll be there when no one is around, when no one can see." I guess that worked for the moment, because the bullying of Adam died down for a couple of weeks, but one day it started again. Adam came home with a black eye, torn clothes and ruined school books. Dad went on to find out Clint's address and went over to his apartment with the plan to talk to his mother about this. He knocked on the door and who opened the door other than Clint? Dad asked, "Is your mom home?" "No," he replied. So Dad just stepped into his apartment, closed the door behind him, and now you could see the color on Clint's face disappear. He went pale white. Dad grabbed his shirt, pushed him against the wall and said, "I told you I'll be there when no one else around." And then he slapped him multiple times and left. Then his senses kicked back in. He knew he was in trouble. He had assaulted a minor in his home. This would be the end for him basically. He went home and was met with his parents who told him that the police had called and called my dad to interrogate him for assaulting Clint in his apartment. His dad, my grandfather, told him, "Don't say anything more than necessary. Answer the questions as short as possible, then you won't even need to lie." That proved to be a great help for my dad. During the interrogation, my dad found out that Clint claimed that Dad had punched him and thrown him around the apartment. Dad denied all assault claims. Clint didn't even have any marks or bruises on his body for evidence since Dad slapped him in a way, kinda over the lower cheek/neck, that it didn't leave a mark on him. Case was dismissed by the police and Dad walked free. And Clint didn't walk within 100 feet of my dad or his brother Adam after that. Friend lodges a police report just to throw away his chances at life. This story mainly revolves around a friend, Kay, of mine and a former friend, Jay, of his. Kay's sister, C, who was also involved, I play a very minor role. Kay as a person is a great individual, extremely smart, aces every test, loves history/politics/economics. He's the self-classified nerd of the grade with an ace in every subject. Contrary to popular belief, he was not bullied for this. In fact, due to his generosity and intelligence, many had already pegged him as going far in life. Jay was also along similar lines, but was very eccentric. Still, both were nearly inseparable and were great friends. The two of them loved taking part in history bowls and academic competitions of any kind. Over the years, the school cabinet had begun to team with their accomplishments. However, after a history bowl both of them attended together, their relationship started to fray. While they had come in third as a team, Kay had come in first on their individual rankings while Jay came in a distant 7th. Both positions received a trophy, so in total they received 3 trophies, one for the team, one for first place and one for 7th place. As a courtesy, seeing that Jay could had no space for the trophy that day, Kay offered to take it back with him and return it during school. Jay obliged. Our school usually honors students who win outside events by calling them up on the stage in front of the whole school and getting the director and HOS, head of school, to present the award to the students. As such, they did the same for Kay and Jay. However, on that day, Jay had an exam he had to be in and as such missed out on the presentation. Kay received the awards on behalf of both of them and specifically took the microphone to mention that Jay was a team member as well, in case anybody felt that all the awards belonged to Kay only. But when Jay heard what had conspired, he was furious. He felt that the presentation should have been postponed and felt that Kay was doing it on purpose. He felt even more verified in this theory when Kay forgot to bring the trophies on another day in order to return Jace back to him. Kay is like this all the time. It's something we all like as it adds a bit of character to a person in a world where everyone tries to be perfect, but clearly Jay does not. He went full on atomic on Kay, calling him all sorts of names and effectively throwing their friendship into the bin. Kay felt hurt, but thought that was the end of it. No, that wasn't the end of it. Jay went around slandering Kay's name behind him. As a school, we all knew Kay well, so really didn't take anything seriously. Jay got really pissed and started making Facebook posts, messaging Kay's professor friends to slander his name further. Kay's older sister C got wind of this. She turned red with fury. She was the school president and felt it was her duty to protect the students, but if somebody messed with her brother, God save them. And that's what she did. She cornered Jay one day and let him know in no so pleasant terms that he's messing with the wrong person and to stay away. For some reason, Jay suddenly took this to another level. His mom and him went to the police the next day and lodged a report against Kay, C, and their parents for slander and harassment. Then Jay's mom proceeded to call Kay's mom and go got seal on her, boasting about how she's going to go to jail and that she's going to regret creating her 2 kids. Luckily, we live in a single consent state and I guess you know where this is going. But guess what the police did? They threw the case out. They cited a lack of evidence for the case and threw it out. You'd think this will be the end of it, but no, we keep going. Jay and his mom were properly pissed at this point. Nothing was going according to their plan, so they kept with the slander campaign, ramping up efforts on Facebook. I have no idea what they were thinking. While this was going on, Jake was running up trouble with the school's administration as well. You see, Jake was in the grade above us and was in the midst of applying to universities. As part of his application, he needed the school code to verify his application. But the school was delaying the handoff of this code. Jake had been severely abusing his mother's influence and connections to bend the school administration backwards, giving him better predicted grades which would be sent to the universities. The teachers were pissed at this as they had spent countless evenings doing the predicted grades for all the students in the cohort. And here was a kid abusing his influence so that he could get an unfair advantage over others. Understandably, therefore, they delayed the handoff. Jay got even more pissed, seeing his mother in the email as well as the director and HOS. He sent 3 scathing emails to the curriculum and course coordinator of the school, calling her a bitch who was too interested in serving others and wanted him to die, even though she had never mentioned this. This was too much for the school, who struck him off the roll of graduates and blocked all contact with him, never sending him the code. This was in March, which will be pertinent later. It is important to know that except for Jay and the school administration, nobody had any idea that Jay was off the graduations. And when graduation rolled around in August and he was not there, we were surprised but relieved as we thought that this would be the end of it. Fast forward a few months to November and I was scrolling through Facebook when I saw Jay had made a post with the screenshots of the emails he sent to the administrator. In the post he was gloating about how he had played the administrator by apologizing to the administrator a month after sending those emails and how they replied back with the code to get him out of their hair, and how he has the upper hand now and had got into university. He mentioned which, but I won't post it, and wanted the world to see the school as it really is. What he did not count on was me seeing it and Kay's inactive second Facebook account which was still friends with Jay. I quickly let Kay know and screenshot the email in case Kay needed it later. Kay did the same, after which he posted on the account that he was deactivating it because there was a spam on it. Jay must have seen this post because less than 2 minutes after, his own post was deleted. But this is not where it ends. Kay wanted to take revenge for the months of abuse and psychological harm his family and him underwent. Thus, with my help, we collated the evidence, including the phone call and screenshots of the email, as well as the screenshots of the other posts he made, and I'm not sure on this part as I was not involved here. Kay sent the email to the university he was enrolled in and to the school. This was the last straw for the school, who proceeded to officially expel him and then send the details of the whole incident to all universities they were partnered with and have contact with to which he had applied, leading them to canceling his application to their universities. Last we heard, we all blocked him afterwards. He knew it was us but had no evidence to prove this. His offer from the university was retracted and he has been unable to apply to any university in Europe and US. That's it for today. If you liked the video, remember to subscribe and like and all that blah blah blah. Bye.